Did I do something wrong? Look. There's a tick beside my pocket, understand? Already. Oh. Good morning, viewers. In one of the recent episodes, I conducted a kind of tick experiment for you where I went to a random meadow near Wrocław, walked around there and showed you that there are quite a lot of ticks. The results were that after about 20 minutes of walking among the tall grass, I encountered 9 ticks that stuck to the adhesive tape.
And today it's time for the second part of this experiment.
There will also be a third part, but I'll tell you about it at the end of this episode. After reading many comments on that experiment, the main criticism was that I searched for ticks in a place hardly anyone visits. There's a bike path somewhere nearby, but basically, no one really ventures into such thick bushes because that's exactly where you can catch a tick. So today I decided to fix that mistake and go to a place that's much more populated, let's say, where there's relatively a lot of traffic, and after searching the map of Wrocław, I think I found the perfect spot, which is the allotment gardens near Kozanów. It's a pretty densely populated place, especially now when it's warm during the spring and summer, so there's no need to wait any longer. Let's go catch some ticks. As for the necessary equipment, this styrofoam sheet will come in handy. I'll tell you later what it's for. Of course, my small tripod, double-sided tape for catching ticks, my GoPro, its power bank, a utility knife, and my camera with a macro lens, which could be useful. Let's pack up and hit the road. I'm also wearing white pants so that I can see any little creatures that might attach themselves to me. There's a ton of stuff here. Spiders, mystery boxes, frames, and other things for the fair in Poznan, but that's not until Sunday. Alright, let's grab the booths and get going. Alright, we're here. I just need to get to the allotment gardens over there, and we need to hurry up because I got an RCB alert that it's going to pour and there will be storms soon. So we should get everything done before the rain. Yeah, and I think it'll be fine. Thanks for watching. I found a funny little spider, listen, and it's a spider from the Salticidae family. You often ask me what those are, you know, those little black chubby spiders that scurry around. Well, those are the so-called jumping spiders. If it starts pouring from those clouds, I have a feeling we're all going to get soaked here. Alright, this looks like a good spot. We could walk here. As you can see, this is near the allotment garden entrance, where private properties begin. So what now? Let's walk around these bushes, but first we need to get ready. Alright, so we'll do exactly the same trick as last time. Of course, my underwear is already dirty. I need some tape and a machete. Alright, let's go with both pant legs. Just try not to mess up the bushes here while we're at it. Alright, I think we can do everything up to knee height, okay? Alright, the other one now. Same sheet. Okay. Here. Oh, there's a problem. Listen, my tape ran out. Prep time plus 10 from what I can see. Alright, since that's how it is, then it has to be that way, right? Well, there's nothing I can do about it. There's barely any tape left. That's a bummer. Alright, whatever, it is what it is. Prepared as if for a stranger, just how I like it. This leg has less tape. And if I find a tick on my pants, it'll be easy to spot since they're white, so I'll just stick it to the tape. That's it. We're going into this bush, and my plan is to walk around for, I don't know, about 15 minutes. Let's see what we catch. Wow, it's really overgrown here. It's terrible. I think I did it a bit wrong. I can already see that I did it wrong, alright? But okay, let's keep going. Do you see why I messed up? Look. There's a tick here, right next to my pocket. Do you get that? It's so high up that the tape could never reach. It's a tragedy. Oh, and I even found a cellar spider. She's just chilling here on this. No. Oh, she already flew away. These are funny cockroaches native to Poland, but people fear them, mistaking them for German cockroaches or something worse. I think I've finished the experiment. It's a bit fuzzy and I'm covered in bushes. Let's take these home and see what we've caught. I can already see at least one tick, and as for the rest, well, I need to take a closer look. Alright, let's pack up and get in the car. Listen, the looks on people's faces as they walked by and saw my legs like this, covered in tape and bushes, were priceless. Priceless. Alright, my friends, we're already home and I think it's time for a summary. The tapes are already laid out on the styrofoam, and that's exactly why I needed that piece of styrofoam. And yes, the result is better than last time, when I caught 9 ticks, if I remember correctly. This time there are 5 ticks. And just like last time, I marked them with red circles, so here we have 2, here 1, and here the last one. There are also 2 small squares, which are interesting and weren't noticed before. These are the so-called flying ticks, which are of course flies from the Hippoboscidae family, about which I once recorded a separate video. Here's a link somewhere. Well, since they also drink blood, although rarely from humans, but still they do, so I marked them as well. However, let's focus on ticks. From what I've already noticed, we have 2 adult males here, so they count only halfway, because, you know, adult males very rarely drink blood. We also have 3 pre-imaginal stages. Tiny ticks. I'm not sure if they're nymphs or larvae. Anyway, they're tiny ones. So this result isn't exactly super tragic, but it's not great either because it only took literally 10-15 minutes of walking through those bushes and we already have 5 ticks on us. And now the third experiment, which I mentioned at the beginning of the episode, will be exactly the same, but I'd like you to help me a bit in the comments and write down the names of tick repellents like those Mugi, non-Mugi, off, non-off, and so on. And I'll make a comparison. I'll buy all those tick repellents and we'll test their effectiveness on live specimens. Let me know if you like this idea, if it's something worth doing. So, take care of yourselves. As always, remember that ticks are around us and they can cause various nasty diseases. I'll say goodbye now and see you in the next video. Bye!